Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where today we're going to be hopping in the yet-to-be-updated Airbus H225, which was developed by Hype Performance Group, and flying it around up in the Nordics just to kind of talk about whatever, really. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic start to their week, and yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. We'll kind of dive into some little bit of not really news, but should be getting another beta build either tomorrow or Wednesday. It's going to be bringing in the ability to disable fauna and aircraft at airports for Xbox, and I guess some other performance things. We'll see. But yeah, let's get up into the Nordics here. I want to start at a helipad, and then we'll kind of just make our way up further north. Really no particular way I'm wanting to do this. But hello, Acme. Hello, hello. Alright. It's the way I want it to be, and let's go ahead and start the flight. Bring up that audio just a bit, since I didn't want the music going while we were loading in. But alright, man, I haven't flown the H225 in forever, actually. I mean, we did it for the first flight. Why is this booting up? Oh. I forgot about that. Nice. I forgot our pilot is sitting in the middle of the helicopter from the outside view. He's not even in a chair, he's just right in the middle. That's just crazy to me. The audio's glitched as well. It's acting like it's on when it's not. And the audio's gone. Oh, goodness gracious. It's crazy how this has not been updated ever. But anyways, in case you haven't seen the H225, I mean, it's a really cool helicopter. I wish it was developed better, but what can you do? But, yeah. There's a passenger version, a search and rescue variant, and cargo. And like 90% of the aircraft in the sim, it doesn't support career mode. But pretty cool little oil rig thing. I think what this is that we're on is like a mobile one, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I guess no, maybe not. Seems kind of odd that they would have it right next to the pier, but anyways. Let's go ahead and pop up here. Hey, Brandon. Haven't played in months, just fired it up and no update 3. Quit playing due to the crashes and SAR being broken. Nope. No Sim Update 3 still. Unfortunately. Hello, Landing Channel. It's going great. Hopefully going great for you as well. Alright, we're going to just quick start this. Alright, plane. Now you can actually do it. I don't know why it automatically starts up when you load in anyways. I wish I could have as much patience as you do regarding the sim and career. It's slowly fading away, I know that. But thankfully, Miltech Simulations is releasing their Blackhawk later this week with their own mission hub. So we'll be diving into that. I think it's on Thursday. Yes. 31st is Thursday, so that'll be really cool. Looking forward to that. And we're already rolling? Okay. Great helicopter. Incredible, even. Okay, yeah. Good. Why does holding the power button in the world? This sounds really loud. Turn that down a little bit. Alright, are we good now? Goodness, I wasn't even putting any input in, it just... Why does hitting B do that? Oh my... By the way, so now you know, in case you've ever wondered why I didn't want to do anything with high-performance helicopters, this is why. Because this is my first experience with a high-performance group aircraft. So... I'm not doing any... Wow. What is this helicopter? Oh, goodness gracious. This is horrendous. Yep, good thing this hasn't been updated once since the release of this. This is fantastic. Great. Really love it. I'm glad I titled this the H225, and we're probably going to fly this for more than 5 minutes. What a piece of garbage, man. Alright, bring the power down, or do whatever. I don't know what this is doing. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything, actually. It seems to just do whatever it wants to do. And Brandon, yes, the MilSim is actually going to be usable on Xbox, which is why I really want to showcase it as well. Because at this point, I'm not going to showcase anything that's PC only anymore. I do want to showcase stuff that does function with both platforms. So yeah, it'll actually be in the marketplace, which is going to be really cool to kind of test out and see how that all works. I love how this just loses control randomly. Like, it flies fine, and then all of a sudden it's just like, you know what, I'm not going to do anything anymore. So I guess I can't control the throttle with the controller. I have to use... Okay. Hey, look, it's flying. Interesting. Too bad it doesn't do that all the time. Wow. Apparently this is getting updated though for the first time. It only took 8 months. But, I guess in Sim Update 3 it's going to have a new build. Wish we would be able to test out these new builds in the betas as well. It's just weird to me that we don't get to test that stuff out. Because there's quite a few planes that have been broken since release, and, I mean, we can't even really test it out. For whatever reason. By the way, if you're just joining, check out our pilot sitting in the middle of the helicopter, not even in a seat. This is the new Mind Control Airbus H225, which is really fantastic. Don't even have to sit in the cockpit, you can just control it with your mind. And by the way, I don't know if... hello, DLW. Hopefully I actually said hi. I think I might have, but just in case I didn't. But yeah, I mean, it's just annoying saying that. Like, oh, this has only been broken for 8 months. It's unbelievable. Because again, really cool looking helicopter, wish it would be fun to fly it, but you're just dealing with so many random things like what we had in the beginning where it just freaks out and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm going to fly like I should normally. But as for the flight, nothing really too specific. We're going to be just going wherever, chatting it up. By the way, this is live time, right? There's a new bug recently that I've noticed with ATC where if you talk to him for a little bit, it all of a sudden just grays out and you never hear anything anymore, you can't do anything. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. But anyways, didn't want to do this. EFB is still broken. It never goes to the right location. It always puts you on the southern part of Africa there, or on the little extension of it. So you always have the hit recenter aircraft. That's been broke throughout the entirety of Sim Update 3's beta. Hopefully something that's fixed before it releases. So, and I guess we'll just kind of keep heading this way and see if we run into anything cool. We can always go that way as well. Explore this island, do some landings, or attempt it. It probably won't go very well with this thing, but why not have some shenanigans going on? Well, specifically for aircraft, I don't know why the aircraft are even being held back because of sim updates. I mean, it just should be something that developers, well, the developers for this were just MIA anyways. They weren't even responding to a Sobo for a while. But anyways, it should just be a thing where it's just like, oh, I want to put a new update out to my helicopter or airplane or whatever, and then it just goes from that. Because I still think having everything be one gigantic update that takes months to release is not the way to go. But anyways, let's do a little showcase shots here. I just always love it. Every time I'm outside, I see the pilot just glitched out. Fantastic. Oh, man. And DLW, I agree. I mean, I'd rather see smaller updates that bring more significant change instead of these big updates that really aren't bringing anything too significant. Are there some performance improvements? Yes. Are there regressions that we're still dealing with in the beta? Yes. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know, I started by wanting to only purchase aircraft that only support career, but now I don't even think that's worth it, really. Want the new Citation, especially with its great reviews. Omar, the Citation X is the best money I've spent on a third-party aircraft. I mean, it's just excellent. And I mean, as you know, I mean, I was always saying, like, I'm not going to buy anything unless it supports career mode, but even career mode from the developers isn't really being supported either, and it's just such a slow grind to get to a point where anything's happening to it. Our first glimmer of hope, as you know, was delayed with heavy and super heavy cargo not making it into Sim Update 3, which is such a shame. So who knows when that releases. That was our first bit, and that's the only thing that we've been talking about regarding new stuff added to career mode. So anything else, I don't think there is anything else just yet, so it's just, I don't know, folks. Wookie, is this the helicopter Marine 1 uses? No. Let me What is Marine? I always forget. The Marine one is the Sikorsky VH-92 Patriot. Or at least the main one that's used. And of course the other one, I don't know if they really use it as much, but I think there's a couple different models, but I think they're both Sikorskys. What is that? I don't know, can I open this? Did the audio not change? Hold up. Nope. Cool. The audio doesn't even change when this is open. Crazy. Let's see here. Couldn't make any more Flight Simulator Aviation videos. What kind of oh, I wouldn't know. The first 7 years was making content over all kinds of different games and everything like that, so wouldn't even be able to tell you. I mean, I'm still gonna do random stuff from time to time. Like, there's a couple other games that are coming out that I'm interested in doing a video over. It won't be a series or anything, but you'll see some random things from time to time of other games that I'm interested in. But yeah, I don't know. It's just nice having something finally after all these years that people enjoy watching, so just awesome. I wish there would be a better flow of things. I mean, it's crazy to think that we're going to be dealing with pretty much this sim until at least November, December. Because Sim Update 4 is going to be more of the same of what we've been dealing with Sim Update 1, Sim Update 2, Sim Update 3, and Sim Update 4 is more performance and optimization. So that's going to bring us a year plus after release, and we still really haven't, I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing is the fact that we have broken planes and helicopters that have been broken since day one, still in the same state. That's the biggest letdown, is having to deal with that. And I know we're finally getting fixes for this helicopter, the 747, the tanker version of the 747. I don't even know, I think the 787's included. They don't really talk much about it, so maybe that'll still be broke after Sim Update 3, but again, I'd love to see that type of stuff make it into betas, because it's weird to me that we're not able to test out these new builds that are supposedly coming for any builds, Airbuses, high performance groups, H225, all that kind of stuff. It's not in the beta builds. I don't get why we can't test that stuff out. It's just odd to me. Because you'd think you'd want people to test it out to see if, you know, improvements actually have been made to these aircraft. But no, we don't get anything for some reason. I mean, I've come to the realization that it must be an absolute pain to make career mode compatibility with the way Asobo made the career mode, because even Asobo's having difficulties adding planes into career mode, so that's what I think is happening. So I mean, if the developers themselves are having that issue, then I'm not surprised that third-party developers are saying, forget it, this is not worth the time, and it's just, I don't get it anymore. And Wookiee, yep, looking forward to the Blackhawk, and then of course looking forward to the mission hub as well. That's going to be awesome. By the way, I don't need auto. Get out of here. I don't need ATC. Not dealing with you right now. I have no interest in dealing with it. It's broke anyways, so... why bother? Oh. Still crazy to me how the audio doesn't switch when the doors are open. That's disappointing. And 2C Box, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. But again, yeah, on Thursday we're going to be diving into the Blackhawk that's being released by Miltech Simulations, and then of course we're going to be diving headfirst into their mission hub. I'm very excited to see what's going on with that, seeing the capabilities of it, and I'm hoping it'll branch out into non-military items as well, because I know they're going to be making it to where third-party developers can utilize that functionality. So I would love to see just that become a really cool major career program at some point. But yeah, we'll dive into all that on Thursday, and hopefully have a fun time with it. Nice, what's going on, Omar? And Rob, hello, hello. And Michael, this is on PC today. And FMJ, welcome, welcome. I have jumped to Pilot Life. That one's focused on airliners, right? Microsoft Flight Sim, Pilot Life. Pilot Life. A pilot's life. Simulate the career of a commercial airline. Okay. Because I just want something where it's just, you're getting the experience of everything that involves aviation, from helicopters to airliners to charter and everything. Because at this point, I'm just losing more and more hope for the in-sim career mode. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's weird to me how they're always talking about how surprised they are how many people are into career mode. I don't know why they're so surprised by this. Especially 8 months into it. They keep saying, oh yeah, we're really surprised by the numbers and everything. It's like, okay, so why are we fumbling career mode so badly then? So the fact that they keep saying, oh, we're so surprised by the amount of support that career mode's getting, is that why career mode was basically not tested at all? It was just something that the developers were like, oh, nobody's going to play this anyway, so whatever. You know what would have made it even more clear that people were interested in it? Is if there was a beta program before the release of the sim to get feedback and see where people are playing and then focus on those things. Instead of just releasing it and then chaos happens. But it's just so annoying. Not heading anywhere in particular. We're just flying around and chatting it up a little bit. And the other thing I want to talk about too is these rumors keep popping up more and more frequently that Flight Sim's going to come to PlayStation. It's not something I'm surprised about, but it better not be happening anytime soon, because if we're going to be focusing on adding a whole nother platform while the experience for Xbox and PC users is suboptimal, I'm going to be very annoyed by that. Because it's like, you guys can't even figure out what's going on with the existing platforms. Why are we stretching resources even more thin by worrying about releasing on PlayStation? Do that in a year, or whenever the sim is actually stable for every player. You know, it's just... I always get annoyed seeing those rumors, because I really hope it's not something we're going to be seeing anytime soon. And don't get me wrong, again, hopefully PlayStation players can experience it too, but I want to make it to where the existing players that have been playing this for 8 months will be getting the definitive version of what the sim should be before it releases to other platforms. Because that would just be ridiculous. And you fly the 747, very nice, Rob. I mean, I'm glad you're having a great time with it. I mean, there's a lot of great third-party programs out there, but I'm not that interested in airliners specifically. So that's typically... Oh, we're out of fuel almost, huh? But yeah, that's why I'm typically not too interested in those types of programs, but I know a lot of people, you know, on air and all that type of stuff going on, so I'm glad you guys are kind of expanding out and enjoying those programs. I don't blame you one bit. I mean, I've run out of patience for career mode at this point anyways. You know, it's just... I don't know why it says fuel. We're at 42%. Just go to 100. I don't care. Load the thing up. There you go. It's still coming. I don't care. Anyways. But I mean, it's so limited. The amount of aircraft that we purchased, especially me, through the Premium Deluxe, that aren't career compatible for some reason. It's just like, great, I have, what, 15 planes, pretty much, in total? Maybe it's a little bit more, but for the most part, a lot of the aircraft are for mission types I don't care about, like ferry flight, flight seeing, and all that kind of crap. It's like boring. Don't care. And then there's the other aspects of career mode that we were talking about on Friday, where it's just career mode is so stale because it's the same thing for every mission. It's the same length of missions, and it's just... it gets repetitive after just a few attempts, and then there's just nothing to progress to very soon after you get to it. Or as you go through the career mode, it's just like, okay, I got everything I need, and I can't buy anything else because there's nothing else to buy, and it's just so frustrating. Because it can be such a cool mode, but the fact that they keep saying, like, oh, we're so surprised by how many people are playing career mode. Why? You didn't see how many career programs existed in 2020 and everybody using that type of stuff? There's no way you can be surprised by people actually wanting a flight to be productive. Not everybody wants to go into free flight, fly for 2 hours, land, and then think, well, there's 2 hours gone, and nothing progressed, no goals to achieve. It's just, I don't understand why they can be so surprised that people want goals. They want to achieve something and progress in a video game. It's just like, I'm not going to spend all this time flying just to fly. I mean, it's just... sure, you'll do some sightseeing flights and so forth from time to time in free flight, but that's about it. And then after that, it gets to a point where it's like, well, I can spend 2 hours doing something that means something, you know? Let's see here. We are the tester. I mean, yeah, I know. It's just... because again, I talked about this too on the stream last week, where all this could have been avoided if they would have just done what they did with 2020. Like, it's crazy to me how the same developers who had that lengthy... because I was through all of that in 2020, the alpha period, the beta period, and all that type of stuff leading up to the release of it. The fact that the same developers who did all that extensive testing before release did zero of that. They did that weird, like, alpha test for like a couple days, you know, a couple weeks before 24 released, and that was it. It was more like a server stress test, which obviously that server stress test went pointless with how that launch went. But yeah, it's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. just tried extra spicy Korean noodles for the first time, I'd strongly advise you not to. Honestly, I'm not that really big on spice. Because there's a level of spice where if all you're tasting is the heat, like you don't even taste the food, I just think that sucks. It's like, what's even the point in eating this? My mouth is burning, I hardly taste the food I'm trying to eat, and it just ruins the whole meal. So if there's like a little mild kick going on, or just, you know, like buffalo sauce, where there's a kick to it, there's some heat going on, but you're still enjoying the juicy chicken or whatever you're eating, that's fine with me. But yeah, everything else that's over the top on heat just sucks. Apologies for the type. It's all good, FMJ. I think Asobo didn't think the career mode in depth. I think they took a basic idea and ran with it. The other thing that's crazy to me is, you know, the promotional stuff had so much content to career mode that we still don't have. I mean, we have nothing from that. The remote cargo ops with the C-17 and the A-400, the aerial helicopter firefighting, the other cargo delivery missions with the sky crane. All we do is deliver the power poles. There you're delivering like an HVAC system and all. I mean, there's just... One last thing, it's just, at this point, the longer this takes to get to a point, it's more and more evident the release should have never happened. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, you can't just keep coming on here and saying, oh, it's fine, give it time, you know, it's a complex sim and all that kind of stuff, it's going to take time. It's been 8 months of really nothing. Have there been some improvements? Sure. But is it enough improvements for an 8-month time frame? I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, Cab, I mean, honestly, you're not missing out on anything with the career mode right now. I mean, there's just so much fundamentally wrong with the mode. The way it makes you taxi, the hold short stuff, the ATC issues, just the whole flow of going through those missions is not anywhere near where it needs to be. The fact that it's such a lonely world in career mode as well is boring. Like, not being able to see other players. Obviously, we'd see more players in free flight like we're in now, but we're in the beta build, so we don't see everybody. You only see beta players. But still, I mean, I spent so much time in career mode, and it's just something where I try to go back into it, but most of the time when I go back into it, something goes wrong, like almost immediately with the mission. You know, a stupid pilot performance error for something you didn't even do, the taxi something breaks, or when you land, you get to the hold short where it initially is the stupid blue box. Right as you get there, it moves, and then it's like, oh, you entered a taxiway without it. You know, all that type of stuff just builds and builds. And it just gets to a point where it's like, you know what, I don't want to play this anymore. Like, it's just, you want to wait for fixes and improvements. 8 months later, we've had maybe a few little things fixed. And that's it. Because it doesn't matter how much you fix it, if it's still the same stale setup of parameters for each mission type, it doesn't matter if anything else gets fixed, because you're still going to get bored doing the same one-person search and rescue mission, the same one fire spot mission, the same power pole deliver mission. I mean, they're so limited on missions, you're running into the same ones over and over again, even for other mission types as well. It's the whole world, and we're still limited to just specific airports for mission types. I mean, they could have made something so awesome. Like, I was so excited to see a career mode, even from the first trailer. You know, and then the walk-around feature and all that stuff. I mean, it's just... it's such a shame that it's being fumbled as much as it is currently. And that's why I think doing these ultra huge development cycles of these big beta builds is not the way to go. I'd rather just have small little builds that are focusing on the main key areas, small sections of aircraft that absolutely need to be improved, have small updates that come out and keep things flowing quicker and getting people to actually use functioning aircraft, as opposed to seeing the same planes that have been broken since day one still broken today. It's been 8 months. What other game have you played where something has had so many features and functionality broken in that time frame? I mean, it does not make any sense how we're still at this point of talking about things that have been broken since when we first launched the sim. It's horrible. It's just so frustrating. I mean, how long did it take to get the passengers fixed in career mode? I think that was Sim Update 2, wasn't it? So that was about 4 or 5 months of just seeing the people hanging on the tail of a Beechcraft Bonanza. Which again goes back to quality assurance. Like, who was testing that out? You're telling me nobody in the testing group flew the Beechcraft Bonanza or the Cessna Corvallis and watching the moonwalking passenger on the wing? It's just crazy to me, and that's why it's always so frustrating too when I hear about, oh, you know, Microsoft certification. Developers can't push out the update until they do that. Where were they at for this? On vacation? They're like, oh, just send it out. We certified it. I mean, come on now. Are those trees on the wind turbines in the middle of the water? Oh, man. Maybe get some lift here, please. I don't like that water effect at all. It doesn't look satisfying. We're not going to look at it anymore. So I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that trees are not actually around these turbines. Those are some special trees, though. If they are, just floating in the water and growing like a swamp. I go into career mode, look around, and I exit. It's just the same exact. Yeah, exactly. Career mode was great until it wasn't. Haven't gone back to it since the betas. Forced me back to free flight, which haven't been bad, to be fair. Well, I mean, yeah, we've dove into third-party programs and all that stuff. Again, we're gonna be checking out Miltech's Mission Hub later this week on Thursday, which I'm really looking forward to. Seeing how that all is. Create our own missions for firefighting, search and rescue, cargo, all that kind of stuff, so that'll be fun to mess with. Well, the thing that's weird to me is I'm not too bothered by the fact that they use AI for the voice lines, because then it makes things a lot more enjoyable for the areas you're in, because if you just do real voice lines, they're going to be more generic. But the other side of it is you use the AI, yet it's such a limited amount of dialogue still, so you basically could have done real voice actors with the amount of lines they make anyways. You know, and it's just... because that's the reason why I was happy about it. It's like, oh, you know, they can be more specific about where we're flying around, you know, reacting to the city we're in and all that kind of stuff. Because if you do that with real voice actors for the entire world, it's going to be very limited. So the fact that it's limited with AI too, it's just like, well, then use voice actors, or honestly, don't even have voices at all for that type of stuff. Because that's the one thing I never like about video games is, you know, it's great hearing that type of stuff in the beginning, but then you realize, oh, it's the same voice dialogue for the most part every single 2 times or 3 times you go through it. I'd rather not hear it at all. And the thing that sucks is if you want to have that off but still have ATC going on, there's not a separate audio slider for it. So you either have the crappy, stupid voice lines that you hear 10,000 times with ATC, or you have nothing. So, just yet another thing that is an oversight. And yeah, Omar, I mean, that's another thing too. It's like you're in a apocalyptic world in career mode. Sure, you see AI pilots, which sometimes that doesn't even work either. You see them on the EFB, and then they're not in the sim, and man. Well, on the plus side, at least we know we'll never have a new sim come out without a beta period. At least I would hope so. And Crystalline, absolutely. I don't know why they made it to where that was a thing. Anyways, it should have all been separate from the start. It's like, if I don't want to fly fixed-wing aircraft, I don't have to. I want to fly helicopters and do all that and focus on it. But yeah, it's just, the more you look into it, the more it's just like, none of this makes sense. Like, what were those meetings like? Asobo, if you need me to do some career stuff with you and give some feedback in the next flight sim, I mean, my goodness. I could have told you so many things were wrong with this, and I don't know how anybody in the studio wasn't like, I don't think this is good. Oh, Red Dead, I mean, Rockstar is just awesome. I'm so excited for GTA 6. Can't wait for it. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption was excellent. No doubt about it. And I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, at this point, career mode is just kind of a thing that it sucks just because I was so excited for it. And then that's the experience we get out of it. I mean, what a gigantic fumble on that. And yeah, I know VR, I mean, VR's just been crazy. I mean, that's been a roller coaster too. I mean, I've seen people say like, oh, it's been improved, and then soon after that, it's like, oh, it's back to being terrible. It's just, man, I feel like I said it's chest. I said that a lot today. I'm gonna stop that. I apologize. I don't mean to keep saying it. That's why I'm mainly flying DCS, very nice. Because yeah, my VR experience was decent when I did the video. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And ever since then, I've never had a decent experience with it anymore. Because I've tried to do some other VR stuff with the sim, but it's just, it never looks good. It's running poorly all of a sudden. It's just, it's weird. And that's with everything set to low. Just not a fun experience. Landing here on this island. Oh, this still has the terrible LOD, huh? Yeah. I remember these days where almost every plane had stuff disappear. Oh man, that was so annoying too. At this point I fly DCS and VR and Flight Sim Resort Pack, which is Track IR. That stuff was a bit broken too, or was it just Tobii Eye Tracker, I guess? I don't know if Track IR had the same issues going on too. I have to fly this thing so weird, so I'm using the Thrustmaster HOTUS 1 throttle for this, because I can't use A and B on the controller like I normally can, because it just freaks the helicopter out. Yeah, I'm not sure. They didn't really go into specifics about what the collaboration between Asobo and VATSIM are. Like, I don't know if they're going to go really in depth with ATC or make it to where you can actually use your voice to talk to the in-sim ATC and all that kind of stuff, but either way, all we know is ATC is in much need of improvements. Such a pain flying the way I have to fly this thing. Oh man. Come on. Get down. Oh, are we? Oh, we're already down. Oh. I didn't realize we were on the ground. What is that? Reflection going on. Oh, okay, so Track IR wasn't having the issues. That's good. Kind of leveled out here. Do a little bit more showcase shots. Let's see here. You got a Tobii 2 DLW, very nice. Smooth with controller. Ocean Gate has a vacancy. Still can't believe that submarine was controlled by a Logitech controller from 2006. What in the world? If I saw that and I was planning on going on a submarine, I would just turn around just from that. Like, what in the world is this? Hey, Binky, hello, hello, how are you doing this fine evening? Welcome, welcome. And I mean, they kind of do that with city updates, where they kind of upgrade mountains and all that stuff. Like when they did City Update 10, they did Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado and stuff like that. So they do that with city updates. It's kind of joined in together. Was it not a PS4 controller? No, it was a Logitech one. The old Windows wired controller thing. Yeah, I really like the beach coming up, buddy. That was great. I was happy with that. Always love getting those random shots on accident. We'll just head this way. Land wherever. But by the way, I'm glad you guys enjoy the shorter streams. I do as well. I just feel like if a stream goes for too long, it's just because I don't watch streams that go for very long. That's why I always try to keep it below 2 hours. Just depends on what we're doing. But yeah, definitely happy, guys. I mean, in general, it's just, you don't know how much I appreciate the support on the flight sim stuff. I mean, it's just so awesome that you guys have continued to come back and watch all the stuff from, you know, helicopters to planes, general aviation to airliners. Well, airliners aren't very much. We do that maybe 2% of the time. But either way, it's just, no matter what the content is, it's just so awesome to see you guys continue to come back, enjoy it, and I always try to get some new stuff going on. Like if there's a bit of a lull and stuff, we always kind of dive into an airport, do some before and afters on that. And by airport, I mean add-ons. And yeah, just kind of go from that. Really glad you guys enjoyed the Citation X stream. That was awesome to see. And then of course, I know you guys really enjoy my update videos where I'm never filling it with a bunch of random crap you're not clicking on the video for. There's no ad reads going on. It's just the information you're clicking the video for, and that's how it will always be. There'll never be any of that other nonsense or making it to where the title has the main thing you're wanting to watch and I put that at the end of the video, or specifically make videos longer than 8 minutes to get mid-roll ads. I don't do that crap either. It's like if it's a 58-second video that goes through a changelog of a beta build, then that's all it's going to be, you know, and that will never change. Want to get the information out to you guys, and that's that. Oh, this would be, I mean, I'm hoping the next update's going to really improve, and because it's still a really cool helicopter. Like, it looks awesome, it looks great inside, just some weird little minor issues like the audio not changing when the doors are opened and all that, which sound really cool right now, but it sounds like it's not even open. Wear a Broncos shirt. I don't know about that. They've been in such a slump. I mean, I've only been to Denver for a few times, you know, went to a Colorado Rockies game. That was a fun one. I mean, my God, that was so enjoyable. I'm a Tigers fan, but it was a Rockies and Dodgers game. Those Dodgers fans, man, they show up. I feel like they show up to every other team's games. I mean, it's crazy, the fan base they have. But yeah, that was great. And of course, you know, Rocky Mountain National Park that we were talking about earlier is always a fun one. Bit of a drive from Denver, but worth seeing. And I appreciate it, Omar. That's great to hear. But yeah, I'm always doing that 100% of the time. Denver Zoo's always a fun one. Don't know why I said zoos really. I felt like I was saying, I don't know. It sounded not like zoo. I don't know what I was saying there. But, I noticed that there's a lot of, like, crap always on the screens of streams, and I hate that too. I hate webcams. I hate the stuff that pops up on the screens and all that type of stuff. Or, you know, everybody's having all their 10 million sponsors, and I don't like any of that either. I always like to have my screen look clean. You're here for gameplay, and I'm going to show you gameplay. I've never understood webcams personally. I mean, I don't know why anybody wants to see me staring at my monitor. I mean, so I never was fond of that stuff. We're trying to sell you the HOTUS. Yep. I mean, I don't get many of those emails anyways about partnerships. I just ignore them anyways. But Pimax, I think they finally got the point that I didn't want to partner with them because they kept emailing me about their stupid VR headset. I haven't gotten an email anymore, so I think they finally got my message that I don't care about partnering with them. Thanks. Oh, we'll send you a Pimax to try out for a month or so, and then you send it back. How about no? How about I don't do that at all? Sounds a lot better. Quit bugging me. Goodness. All just for a few bucks. Not worth it. Because, I mean, so much of just social media content now is all about, oh, this video's sponsored by, I immediately skip. I just go into the scroll bar and go right to the end of the ad read. I don't even know why that's such a big thing anyways. I feel like it's just a waste of money for companies. Because I certainly have never used a code for something or watched an ad read. It's like 5 seconds of video, and then it's like, oh, by the way, this video is sponsored by... Skip. Shout out to YouTube Premium. Oh, man. It's always nice flying over water, because I don't really do it too much. I think it's still set to low, but I don't care. It's water, and there's not much to really change from low to high anyways. But yeah, we don't fly over water too much. Happy to hear it, landing channel, and it'll always be like that. I don't like how streamers clearly have a contract when they all review the same plane at the same time. Yeah, I've talked about that too. I don't actively go to developers and ask for a plane. It's just like if something's interesting, like the Miltech Blackhawk, I buy it myself. I mean, I want to have the experience, and if it's worth the money, I'll tell you, and if it isn't, I'll also tell you that, you know? I mean, it looks like it's going to be a cool helicopter. I really hope it'll live up to it. Because right now, the Citation X for 30 bucks that we bought last week is at the top of my favorite third-party add-ons I've ever bought. I mean, I've been flying that a ton, which is kind of why I haven't been on Pilops either. It's just been me flying the Citation X. Once they get that into Pilops, we'll probably come back to it. And yeah, I mean, that's the other reason why I'm really excited about the Miltech stuff is because it's going to be a helicopter that's for both PC and Xbox. That's kind of what I focus on now. And then, of course, the mission hub is for PC and Xbox, which is going to be the first time a third-party, like, mission system is coming to the marketplace for Xbox. So that'll be really cool to test out, really looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be fun. Yep, Omar, no doubt. Or you never hear about it again after the money's gone. You never hear them talk about the product. This company gave me $1,000 to talk about it, and I love it. I've never used it before, but it's fantastic, and I highly recommend you use my 1% off coupon at checkout using thisisawasteofmoney.com. Oh, man. They have a list of things not to say. A lot of the times they do. I mean, there's some that are not that way. Like the few times I've done things with Orbex, I mean, they never... I've talked about this before. Didn't like their Australian cityscape. I told them that. I was like, oh, I'll probably never hear from them again. But no, they still send out emails. I've skipped most of it because I want to focus on things that are kind of unique. So, I mean, I just don't do it very often. My bribery... I mean, that is true. Binky did pay me to do the Black Hawk. So... Oh, man. That's funny. Without wishing to pry, you have a day job. Currently not right now. But working on it. Because I still want that stability going on. But don't worry. When that does happen, there's still going to be flight sim content. Don't worry. Wait, so the A330 isn't the best purchase? Could have fooled me with how well it performed. Oh, Omar, yeah, I mean, yeah, the A350. Now Binky's like, oh great, here we go. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You know my thoughts on it. I've talked about it. How do developers get a hold of your email? Oh, I mean, I have I think it's still somewhere on my I haven't even messed with my YouTube channel in a while. It's just kind of how it's been forever. I hardly customize it. But I think there's like a business email or something that they can see. And yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too. I mean, airliners, they're interesting to fly from time to time, but it's boring. I think it is. Especially when you can fly around the entire world. Why are you at 40,000 feet? What is the fun in that? I don't get it. Flying helicopter. I mean, 24's career mode at least. The biggest thing that came from that is it got me into helicopters. Because I mean, I've hardly flown those in 2020. And then of course, you know, Miltech and Black Hawk and Mission Hub get me even more into helicopters. And then of course, yeah, general aviation. Love flying that. Flying low. Enjoying the sights and the world we live in. I'm just hoping that we'll eventually get out of this rut that we've been in for 8 months and just finally get somewhere. Like, it just... I know there's been some improvements, but the fact that there's still planes and stuff that hasn't been fixed, it feels like we're kind of in the same state we were when the sim first came out. In general. And again, I know there's been improvements and fixes and so forth, but it just doesn't feel substantially different from the beginning of this. Interested to see what the next city update is. It's in Europe. I'm hoping it's somewhere that doesn't really have photogrammetry. Like, I'd love to see areas that are like this get that type of city update. Because if it's still kind of in an area that already has decent imagery, it just would be nice seeing it go into other places. And then of course we'll see what the new aircraft is going to be. Both of those, both the city update and the Make Good Aircraft 4 will be announced in Gamescom in August. I think the 18th through the 22nd. Something like that. Somewhere in the middle of August. Speaking of keybinds, how many of you have actually... Because I know every aircraft can have like a specific keybind set. I've never done it personally, I just have everything the way it is. Have any of you actually changed a specific plane with its key bindings? Just wondering how many people have actually used that functionality, because that's not something I've ever used. You know, like if you were flying a helicopter that didn't have gears, you could change the gear button that you normally have for something else helicopter related, but I don't know, I've just never found a reason to go into the settings to change it, because I'm like, oh, I need this button to do this now. Well, I think what happened with content is it's become less of trying to make enjoyable content and have fun with it, and more about how much money can I make off of it. That's why it's just all filled with all these stupid sponsors and all this other crap all the time. I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be a rotorcraft, because it's going to be it's a seaplane. Because the only thing we have from the Xbox post about Gamescom, I will read it to you right now, an exclusive. But first, a word from our sponsor. Let's see here. Flight Sim 24 introduces an exciting city update, a brand new aircraft that many fans will recognize for use in the sim, is all they talked about. And then in the dev stream, they said it's a watercraft. So, or a water plane, whatever. So we'll have to wait and see. Alright, Landing Channel, thanks for stopping on by. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for stopping on by. I said, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm falling apart. Oh man, on my flight stick I have settings which I use for most planes. Play on Xbox, not a PC. I still need to fix the settings, because I wish that would transfer over between platforms, because the Thrustmaster's buttons on Xbox are not what I want them to be, so I still need to work on that. I've changed keybinds, but only when my wife got me the Bravo throttle, so now I have different things on there. Gotcha, okay, I mean that makes sense, Omar. I'm gonna land in this little village over here. I'm sure they won't mind. Are those animals? What are those? Or is it just stupid rocks? I wish those would go away. I'm not a fan of the 3D rocks. Oh, why am I using this? What in the world? If only you could see how I'm flying this. This is quite my fantastic setup here. I really need to work on how the throttle is for this, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm below half and I'm gaining altitude. And then just a little bit below that it drops out. Okay, now I'm below half and it's not doing anything. Please. Okay, now I'm at like 30%. And we're still not... Why are we hovering? Oh, there we go. Thank you. My worst landing in a helicopter ever. Ugh, I don't want to do that. And my settings reset for some reason. Oh, that's a quick shutdown. But alright everybody, that is the H225. An interesting start to this flight. It'll be interesting to see what it's like with the update. Again, I really wish these betas would would let us actually test out the new versions that are supposedly coming to these aircraft. But unfortunately, we can't. It's just something we have to wait until the public release for whatever reason. It's a cool helicopter. Hopefully the first update in 8 months are going to bring some nice improvements to this helicopter. And then, of course, later this week, probably either tomorrow or Wednesday, there's going to be another beta build, which is going to bring some new settings to Xbox. So we'll probably test that out this week as well again, since it's been a little bit since we've done an Xbox-specific stream. And then, of course, on Thursday, we're going to dive into the Blackhawk and Miltech's Mission Hub system. So, will it be better than the trusty Albatross? Oh, you know what? Hopefully, I mean, I doubt it. But hopefully the developer of the Albatross is making this one. We'll see. But anyways, looking forward to it. And thank you guys, as usual, for stopping on by. Hopefully you enjoyed this little helicopter flight up in the Nordics. And ABDL, hello to you. We're about to wrap up the stream, but... In a helicopter, I want separate throttle and collective, but when I bind throttle to flight stick, it controls the collective every time. That sounds very annoying. That's why typically I fly with a controller. So, anyways, thanks for stopping by, everybody. And I will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.